Okay, do you have any rules?
I am going to eat your mother's face with my penis.
Okay, and what's wrong with your voice?
What's wrong with your face?
You're pretty dead.
Your mother played dead last night. It's kinky, but it adds flavor to humping a whale. Waffle cakes.
Oh dear, what is this? This is a live, semi-live commentary. So I played this in-game and this is after, way after. I'm up against a guy called Bibiotti on Homestead, in which there's all these hills in the middle and there's nothing in the deployment. And my entire army is reliant on my opponent going into the hills. You can see me forming up my army, I'll go through that. 4 Bukellis, 2 line infantry, 2 Tirolo, 3 light infantry, 2 heavy cavalry, 1 elite heavy cavalry, 2 missile, a grenadier and a militia, as well as a general, so it's very varied, although not very strong in any real aspect. Pretty low on the line. My opponent has 6 line infantry, 3 militia, 5 light dragoons, and 5 long range. So I came into the assumption that light dragoons aren't that effective in the hills, but we're going to see not too far from now, in the video's terms anyway, what's going to happen. So this is, I think, my 5th attempt in trying to get a live video out for you. That's me there, not having firewheel off. I don't know if he meant to do that, but he made my men shoot into the land. So he just wasted off a nice round for me. He's starting to advance, but I'm going to pull back there for now. So take note of his position now. He's moved a tiny bit forward, and now this is 10 minutes in approximately. And notice that this video is still 10 minutes long, so this goes for ages, this fight, about 25 minutes. And I have 2 divisions, contingents of 2 virtually identical armies, although I have my Tirolo on one side and light infantry on the other. So he's got long range. I'm going to lose a lot of blood. You can already see in the bottom part of the screen I've lost my militia. I lost it a long time ago in making my first attack, and that's pushed me. I'm talking to people about this fight because I'm getting so frustrated in the actual game because he just kept retreating. So he's actually past the deployment. He's further back. So he came in a tiny bit and started running away. This is the 4th time he's retreated, I believe. And so when he's on the defensive, he has more long range. So every single time I engage, I have to lose blood. And I lost a lot of light infantry in this little small push here. You can see his light dragoons on my flank. So I have to pay a lot of attention there. I could very easily lose him. And this video also displays how bad it can be if you have no defense. I don't have any defense against long range, since I wasn't banking on taking them on, because as I said, my entire army is built for the hills, but we're fighting in the flat area, so any advantage I have, I've given up. You can already see in the bottom left the balance of power. It's not exactly in my favor. And I've lost a lot of horses already. I had to sacrifice horses to stop him from running away. So this is the 5th time he's reallocated. And there's some, I believe, luck on his part. We saw earlier his long range shot into my light. They reloaded just in time. Look how close they got there. You can see that my missile cav just routing now. I believe if I was 1 second faster, they would have made contact. And we're going to see, not too far from our actual cav charge, which is going to make contact, and we're going to see the effect of that. So what I'm trying to do is mount a lot of fire onto specific units, all the while I'm going to do rear charges. So it's about damn time this fight has started. So this is maybe 15 minutes in, the actual fight. And here's all his long range versus my Tirolo. I've left them. Initially I wanted his light dragoons to charge them. And this is something I'm going to see a lot here. His light dragoons. I have no defense against them. If I charge at them with my melee into melee, he's going to run away. If I go into square, he'll shoot them. If I get out of the square, he'll charge them. And that's a Bukelli as well. They cost a lot of money. And I really don't like them getting smashed up. And you can see me pincering here, no real choice. I did a pincer in my other live commentary, although this is very much different, because now we're seeing him allocate his men to fight the pincer as opposed to retreating in the other one. Although he's already retreated so much to the point where I'm quite frustrated. Obviously to the point where I'm talking to other people during the fight. And still the balance of power not too good. But we're going to see what I tried to do before, and that's mount a lot of fire onto certain units, the long range and the weaker militia, to cause mass rout. If you want to cause mass rout, long range is a good unit to charge into. They rout very quickly, and surrounding units will feel the effect quite hard. You can see this here. Look at all those flashing flags. So that's 2 cav. This is what I tried to do a long time ago. I sacrificed 3 cavalry to do this, and now here's his counter attack. In no way is my opponent a bad player. He's very good with his micromanagement. He manages all his light dragoons at once, something which not many players can do. But unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever play this many again, because there is no defense. I just can't do anything against this. I have to go into squares, and he knows of the 1-2 trick. You cause squares and you follow it up with line infantry. He pushed it up just then, and now there's light dragoons continuing to destroy my left. I have my grenadiers. I'm gonna try and shoot them, but yeah. Noticing the light dragoons have started to run away, I have to get out as fast as possible, and I'm gonna commence flanking. But I'm not gonna go after them because they can just run away. So I have cav in the middle, the same ones which cause the mass rout. You can see all the flashing flags. I've got 2 cav there. He's got a grenadier. He's almost formed it up to shoot at my cav. I'm gonna charge it before he does that. And you see me flailing my camera around. I'm just gonna make sure everything's still in action. And so I'm replacing my Tirolo back into the fight. Although there's a light dragoon in the far distance back in that shot if you went back there, and they're gonna kill my Tirolo. That's something that I missed. Okay, so I'm moving up my grenadiers for a shot, grenadier throw. At the same time I'm sending in my cav. Now over my left side, they're under heavy fire. I have to get them out of the flank. You can probably see me moving them directly into the flanking fire of the grenadier, although I'm not too concerned about that right now. And here's some more light dragoon assault. So this is an army that's not designed to fight on the flat field, which is why this is so close. So in no way am I ready for this, and the level of frustration was pretty high at this point due to the amount of retreating, because initially he was starting to come into the fight and just ran off the whole time. And you can see that light dragoon in the background starting to kill my Tirolo, the ones that I missed, although I will rectify that in a minute. Okay, so you see cav charging into those grenadiers. He's cav charging my left side again. My numbers are so low in that squad I can't form a square. And you can see some cav coming in now. I'm trying to line them up for the next throw. But the sustained fire from line infantry as well as the grenadier throw is sufficient enough to cause a rout. And when one starts routing, it's easy to start a rout with another. So if there's any problem with his army, it's that he doesn't have any high morale units. All his cav are light dragoons. Some have a chevron from all the killing, but still 6 morale, easy to rout. Although if you don't have anything to take them on, I don't. So if you want to take good dragoons on, you're going to need long range. Long range or fast cav to hold them while you charge in a heavier cav, or catching them off guard, as we've seen in previous videos. But other than that, I can't fight them at all, so this whole time I've had to ignore them and try and kill his main army. As you can see, the balance of power has changed, mostly because of as fast as possible attacks with the cavalry, and trying to take advantage of the fight on 2 sides, trying to swing micromanagement into my favor, trying to. And you can see me doing my trademark killing the routing units, even though I should probably be using them in the fight. So I've got all my 3 of them just chasing routing units for me. He still has 2 goons, I think. So this is something that most people ban, I think. I think they limit them to 4. I personally would limit them even more, because the whole fight just becomes this dragoon fight, skirmish, way past the actual fight, and whoever wins that will win the game. So I probably recommend 2, maximum 2 dragoons. So of course, as France, I don't have any dragoons. I have those missile cav who have a range of 70. They got torn up pretty quickly due to an earlier mistake of not watching my opponent's long range reload. I did not time that properly. A couple of seconds earlier, maybe this would have been very different. But it's the small things like that which change the battle, such as the other cav, which was successful. So 2nd time's a charm on that turn. And now finally, there's some justice. So you can actually see the red line there. That's how far back he's gone. So my guys would be tired by now, tired of this, and there's not many units. You can see in the bottom. And I'm actually looking at the chat there. You can see something I've typed. I said one of my rules was no camping, and so midway I said you're still in the deployment zone. ... Doesn't really matter at this point though. justice is kind of served, I guess. But yeah, I like to post this one because it, as you can see, it's quite close. The other ones I did with live commentary was pretty bad. And so he says GG, who am I not to commend him for that? But yeah, I am quite frustrated in finishing this battle. You'll see what I name it. It's pretty funny. I can camp more. So I hope you enjoy that. Thanks for watching.